this season, if you can imagine, it's the 38th year the Snowsuit Fund has been serving families in our area. Let's find out how you can help. Joining us right now, Secretary and Vice Chair of the Snowsuit Fund, Trina Fraser, is here with us. Hello, Trina.
Hello.
And this is a busy time of year.
It really is.
Wow.
The depot is very busy at this point.
Where's the depot exactly?
It's at 225 Donald Street in Vanier, around the back of the Hardini building. You look for the red door.
So 38 years ago, this was created, and because there was a need.
There was a need. There were citizens in the city that recognized that need, and thank goodness they did. And I'm not sure that they anticipated 38 years later that need would have been still here and grown,
Yeah,
but that's the situation that we are facing.
Bit of a staggering number as well. How many kids need a snowsuit this time of year?
We've already given out 9,000 this year, and we anticipate it'll be over 16,000 by the time the season ends.
That is, that's too much, I think. But imagine if the Snowsuit Fund didn't exist.
That's right.
I couldn't imagine my child not having a snowsuit, going out in minus 40 temperatures sometimes. You had a kickoff campaign recently?
Yeah, so we do an official launch event each season, and that was held last week. And it's just an opportunity to get some exposure to the community, to let everyone know and remind them we're here, this is the service we provide, and we're now open for business.
Because this is it. This is your time to shine.
That's right.
All right. Okay, so let's talk about some of the amazing businesses that have come on board, like the Giant Tiger, Canadian Tire. I mean, without them, a lot of this wouldn't be possible.
That's right. We need about $1 million per year to be able to run the depot and provide this new snowsuits to the children that we service. And so we rely on corporate sponsors and donors, private donors, third-party events. It really takes a lot of work to put that budget together. So without those corporate sponsorships, we would not be able to do what we do.
Okay, so you're obviously always looking forward, and that's why I mentioned this. If businesses, owners of businesses are watching right now, they should come toward you and perhaps donate their cash, their time, their promotion abilities.
Labor of their employees to volunteer. There's lots of different ways that you can help, and donations of snowsuits, donations of money, obviously, and yes, we're always actively looking for support.
All right, everybody loves Smile Cookies and Tim Hortons. How much money was raised with this campaign recently?
Amazingly, $185,000. That's 185,000 cookies in Ottawa.
Yeah, because it was $1 a cookie.
That's right. So that's amazing. That is a record, and there was just a lot of buzz about it in the community this year. It was wonderful how well received it was. We had, thanks to cooperation from Saint Laurent Shopping Centre and the City Folk Festival, we had pop-up kiosks around the city, and corporate support for corporations who were buying large volumes for their employees and their clients and customers. So it was a really successful event.
How many did you in your office eat, would you say?
I will not tell.
Yeah, because a lot of people used to just do a run to Timmy's to get those cookies, right? So I think it's really
no guilt calories that way.
Because it's for a good cause. Speaking of good causes, obviously yours, but there's fundraisers that have to be a part of this, because you need to reach that $1 million mark, right, to keep the doors open. What are some of the big ones that are coming up?
Well, the Ottawa Police Service Gala is this Saturday night, and the Snowsuit Fund has been chosen as the primary recipient of the proceeds of that event, so that's a big one coming up. Our annual Radiothon, which is hosted by Rogers Radio, is going to be in December on the Wednesday the 11th, and so you'll be hearing all about the Snowsuit Fund on Rogers radio stations that day. And we'll be looking and making a plea for individuals to donate. $45 will buy a new snowsuit, a warm snowsuit for a child in Ottawa this winter.
You're also working on a snowball. That's details to be announced, correct?
To be announced, yes. We hope to have a new signature event later in the winter that will be lots of fun.
I'm glad you said the price. So $45 is what it would take. So if people were thinking about donating a snowsuit, I mean, they could obviously donate an actual snowsuit, correct?
Yes.
Or $45.
That's right. And, we have relationships with suppliers that allow us to stretch donation dollars as far as possible. And so we can often do better with a cash donation than, you going out and buying a new snowsuit and donating that. So, but we're also happy to accept donations of snowsuits as well.
So what's the best drop-off location? Now you mentioned Donald, obviously that's like the depot. Are there other places in the city where you can drop off?
Yeah, you can drop off at Canadian Tire locations, and I believe that you can also always check on the Snowsuit Fund website. That's snowsuitfund.com, because all of that information is contained on our website and updated.
How many volunteers would you say that you have on board?
Oh, we have, hundreds over the course of the season and hundreds of volunteer hours because we have corporate groups, sports teams, all sorts of people come in and want to help and participate in the wonderful, cause that is the Snowsuit Fund.
Mm-hmm. I read that if you break it down, it was about $61,000 worth of volunteer hours.
That's right, right.
Year.
So again, so critical because every dollar that we raise, we want as much of that as possible to go to buying snowsuits.
Mm-hmm.
So the more volunteers that we have, the more that we can focus on directing the money to what the real cause is.
About 20 seconds left here. How do people get a snowsuit if they need one?
So all of the information for eligibility and the documentation that's required is on the website as well, so snowsuitfund.com, and people can find that information there and come to the depot during opening hours.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Trina Fraser. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Good work. And more Daytime is coming up, of course. This is Rogers TV.